Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the chapter Money and Credit, in which we will study about the barter system, the method of double coincidence of wants, check, meaning of credit, etc. First, we start with the barter system. When we talk about the barter system, the meaning of it is a system in which direct exchange is there of various articles or commodities without using any medium of exchange. There are some main features of it. The first one, it is the oldest exchange system. Articles or services are exchanged for other goods or services directly. Third, there was no common measure or value. Fourth, no money or other medium of exchange was used. And fifth, double coincidence of wants is an essence of barter system. Then we talk about the different features, that is the limitations and the advantages of barter system. When we talk about the advantages, the first one, it is the direct exchange system and therefore needs could be satisfied immediately. No medium of exchange is required. There is low transaction time which is required, which helps the people to avoid the risk of change in value over the time. Some limitations of it are, first thing, there is a need of double coincidence of wants. Second, there is a lack of standard measure of value. Third, there is a problem of divisibility and storing value. And fourth, there is problem of transferring the value also, which means that how could an article be exchanged. Then we talk about the double coincidence of wants. First, we will talk about the meaning of double coincidence of wants. In the olden days, when modern currency was not in practice, people had to sell and buy each other's articles or commodities. This was called the barter system. Both parties have to agree to sell and buy each other's commodities. This is known as double coincidence of wants. The problem arose when, for instance, if a shoe manufacturer wants to buy wheat, he has to find a farmer who wants to buy his shoes in exchange for the wheat. So this was the problem that was existing in double coincidence of a want. To avoid this kind of a problem, a system came up known as the money. Now we will discuss about how there was the evolution of money. In the primitive age, the need of people were very limited and people by themselves collected everything like food to eat, etc. There was no need of exchange and money. With the growth of civilization, the needs of the people started increasing. People who were expert in producing some goods started taking it as a profession. They started collecting other goods that they need from other producer in exchange of the goods produced by them. For example, making stone tools gives the tools to the hunter and get meat against the tools. Then we talk about the features about money. Here you can see the definition that is there of the money. Anything which is used as a medium of exchange, store of value, measure of value and standard of different payments is considered as money. Money can be anything as it is used as a medium of exchange, it has purchasing power, it is used to transfer value from one person to another, it is used to measure value of any goods or services, and it is used to store value for the future use. Then there is a history of the money. In that, the first came the cattle. Before the money came up, cattle and grains were being used as money. When we talk about the cattle money, here you can see the picture. Here you can see how it is being followed. To overcome the problem of transfer of value with commodity, money people started using cattle as money. Domestic animals having common utility were used as medium of exchange. These animals were known as cattle money. Now we talk about the metallic money. Here you can see the different images of metallic money that has been there. First, as we all know, there was punch marked coins, then came the Gupta coins, then Tughlaq coins, then here you can see the gold mohurs that came up, and then lately came up the modern money. Some precious metals like gold, silver, etc., having common utility, were started using as the medium of exchange, which were known as metallic money. These were easy to store and did not get damaged. They were convenient also to carry from one place to another. Then came the modern money. Here, as you can see, this is the paper currency and here are the coins. Then there are different modern forms of money also. Like there is plastic or card money in the form of debit card, credit card, smart card, health card, etc. Then the digital cash is also being done like net banking, mobile banking, etc. Then there is bank money in the form of check, demand draft, banker's check, etc. Then money is considered as a medium of exchange. The first thing, the currency is authorized by the Government of India. Second, the Reserve Bank of India or the RBI issues currency on behalf of the central government. Third, as per Indian law, no other individual or organization is allowed to issue the currency. Fourth, a law legalizes the use of rupee as a medium of payment that cannot be refused in settling the transactions in India. Fifth, no individual in India can legally refuse a payment made in rupees. Now comes the check. A check is a paper instructing the bank to pay a specific amount from the person's account to the person in whose name the check has been made. Here there are some features of the check. Check is a written document. It is written by a depositor. It carries an order to pay a certain sum of money and it is a modern form of money. Then comes the demand deposits. The deposits in the bank accounts can be withdrawn on demand. Therefore, these deposits are considered as demand deposits. People need only some currency for their day-to-day needs. People therefore deposit the extra money with the banks by opening a bank account in their name. Bank accepts the deposits and also pay an interest rate on these deposits. In this way, people's money is safe with the banks and it earns an interest. People also have the provision to withdraw the money as and when they require. Since the deposits in the bank account can be withdrawn on demand, these deposits are called as demand deposits. Here you can see the person over there and asking the money by proper procedure by filling a form. With this, we come to the end of the first part of money and credit. Thank you all.